What's up, guys? Carlos Acuna back again. I know I said it was going to be like 2 months, but you guys have been giving me so much love. I mean, that last video, I think it did it about a week ago. I was so happy and excited about the 50 subs. Well, fast forward a week and we've gotten to 60. So thank you again, guys. Much love. And I have a treat for you guys today. I know I haven't done a fitness informative video in a while, but today, like you saw on the title, I'm gonna give you some tips to get some gains. So anyways, they're just basic tips I've written down on my little whiteboard right here. The bullet points or the tips I've written down, I feel, are some of the better ones if you're trying to get started and you're not sure necessarily where to begin. I feel that these are the most beneficial as far as if you're starting out. So there's two definitions I first want to get out of the way. First, catabolic versus anabolic. Being in a catabolic state means that you're breaking down tissue in the body. And then the other word is anabolic. Anabolic is the synthesizing of tissue. So what this means is that in order for you to grow muscle, you need to be in an anabolic state. The next bullet tip I want to share with you guys is the calories that you're consuming. Now, there's three main sources of energy that the body utilizes to make its own energy. Those three energy sources are, so the first energy source the body likes to utilize are carbohydrates. The second one is fats, and lastly, a very little bit of it comes from proteins. So when you're trying to put on muscle after a gym, have a meal that's balanced with slightly more carbohydrates and a good portion of protein. But carbohydrates wins the scale when it comes to putting on muscle in the meal after the gym. I'll make a video about why carbohydrates are more important than protein after a workout in a later video. A majority of people that I see at the gym, now it's not everyone, but a big majority of people that I see at the gym will have a tendency to believe that if they can do more reps as fast as they can, that will give them muscle growth. It doesn't work that way. Another word that is thrown out there that you might have heard before is the word hypertrophy. Now, the word hypertrophy means muscular growth. Now, the counter to that word is muscle atrophy or losing muscular growth. But that's another topic for another day. So when it comes to hypertrophy training, muscular growth training, you want to focus on key things when you're working out. You want to have slow, controlled contractions. Here's why. So when you're working out at the gym, you go up, you hold a contraction there for about maybe 4 or 5 seconds, no longer than that, and then you go back down slowly, maybe a 4-second count. Back up 1 second up, back down 4 seconds down. Here's the reason, and that doesn't just go with the bicep muscle, that can go with your bench press, that can go with squatting, that can go with shoulder pressing exercises, that can go with any muscular contraction that you're doing at the gym while you're working out. The reason being is that when you're contracting the muscle fibers, think of them as little strands coming together, right? You hold that contraction. That's causing tension on the muscle. That's making the muscle grow. So that's at this point. The muscle is contracted. Those fibers are coming together. When you're releasing, when you're going down, slowly you're putting more tension on the muscle fibers as they go down. Now, ask yourself this question. Have you ever had to put anything down slowly rather than quickly? Was it harder? Yes. Why? Because you're putting more tension on the muscle. The muscle is creating more force, more tension. The same thing goes for isometric contractions. Contractions that you hold for a small period of time, more force is being created. That is why when people go to the gym and I see them, cranking out, reps like this, I'm just like, okay, terrific. It's a good thing you're going to the gym. Thumbs up for you. But if you're looking to grow your muscles, that's not the best nor the way that you should be doing it for hypertrophy training. The way that you should grow muscle is by slow, focused contractions on the muscles that you're working out for that day. Now, I'm just showing you with my bicep muscle because it's the easiest one to give you guys an example of. But I can also, for instance, give you an example using like a shoulder press. So if I'm right here with the invisible bar and I push up, you go 1 second up, and then slowly you could bring that weight down. And it doesn't have to be that slow. The principle here is to get a good, solid, focused contraction on the muscle that you're working. Don't just crank out the reps. That's not necessarily the best thing, nor is it the safest for your joints. You're just gonna wear them down. Lastly, guys, you have to rest. Your body goes into a much better process synthesizing, or in hypertrophy, or another word that we learned at the beginning of this video, into an anabolic state while it's resting. Resting is when the body prefers to do most of its building, and that includes muscular growth. So remember, those things that we just talked about right now in this video will help you developing muscular growth, hypertrophy training. Focus on the muscle contraction for the muscle group that you're working, and you will see results rather than just cranking the weights out. One last thing I totally forgot to mention is water. I can't make that more important than by telling you to stay hydrated. So that's the video for today, guys. Hope you guys got some good tips from it. Make some gains at the gym, work out safe, slow muscular contractions are key, get good rest, eat good food. Thank you again so much for the love and support, guys. I definitely appreciate it. Let's go ahead and make others people's dreams come true by always supporting one another, always loving one another, and always making a difference in this world for the better, guys. Share each and one of your stories because you never know who might be going through what you're going through, and you never know if it's gonna help them out, guys. But until next time, love you guys, peace and love out.